Hey Lydia, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Cheers.
Cheers. Is it still good or is it flat?
No, it's okay.
It's still good?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
good.
Hey, thanks for coming by. It's to the podcast.
Thank you for the invite.
So what I try to do with the podcast is honestly just share everybody's story on how they got from where from when they were born to when they started, like all the life lessons they've learned,
Oh my goodness.
and then just to modern day. You know what I mean? Where you're doing good for yourself now, and you've made a career, a career of whatever you do. So that's why I wanted you to come by, because I think you're smart. You're doing good for yourself. You work hard. I think you're a good example for a lot of people out there. So I wanted you to share your story.
What do you want to know?
So where were you born? Let's start from the beginning.
So I was born in Evanston, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
How I was born there is kind of funny.
Okay, I want to.
My parents are from Mexico. My dad is from Zacatecas. Y mi mamá es de la Ciudad de México.
Okay.
But when they came from Mexico to the United States, they immigrated to Palatine, Illinois,
Really?
which is where they still live, and that's where I grew up. So my mom said that one time I asked her, I was like, well, why, if we lived in Palatine, why would you go all the way to Evanston
Right.
to have me? And she was like, well, that was like the cheapest place, like we could have you. And they paid me in like payments, I guess.
Yeah.
So like the birth was already paid for before I was born. So
That I didn't know that. Well, I guess back then that's what they used to do.
yeah.
Because my mom, the same thing. I don't know if it was me. It's one of my siblings or it was me, but the same thing. My parents. I was born in Hinsdale,
Okay.
but they paid. They went to the hospital, I guess, and they talked to them to look like we can't pay you everything, but we're gonna pay in payments. Is that fine?
Yeah.
And they did it.
Yeah.
So it was different times.
That's right.
That's cool. And why did your parents end up in Palatine? Like out of all the
Out of all places,
Yeah.
Surprisingly, there's a lot of people from Zacatecas that already lived in Palatine.
Oh wow.
So I had an uncle who lived there already. So my dad went to the same place where his brother already lived.
Okay. And was there a lot of when growing up? Was there a lot of Mexicans like on your block? Was there a lot of Mexicanos?
No.
No?
I was the only Mexican on my block,
Really?
and my parents are still the only Mexican on
Oh
my
wow.
block.
How was that growing up? Like
It was unique, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, it was unique.
Did everybody like went to your house because you had Mexican food compared to like what?
Oh yeah, everyone loved my mom's food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Growing up, people would be like, because nobody knew a second language, so for me to know like another language, they were like, "Hey Lydia, how do you say this in Spanish?"
Yeah.
And they would all be like, "Oh wow, she knows it's a second language."
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, and then back then, yeah, it was unheard of.
It was there was
That's awesome. So you grew up there. You went to school, all grammar school, then high school.
Yes, everything. Born and raised.
Yeah. How was high school for you there? Were you the only Latino still there in high school?
So in high school there was more Latinos.
Yeah.
But I would say definitely less than 50 or 30.
Oh wow.
In my school.
See.
Yeah.
And when was the first time that you started seeing Latinos like in your school? Was it's still in grade school that you run into somebody, or was it till high school when you ran into?
Oh, like in my school, yeah, the first time I ever went to school with Latinos was in high school.
Yeah.
But even then it was few and far between.
Really?
I didn't really have any like Mexican friends outside from my friends from like church until college.
Oh wow. Awesome. So where did you go to high school? What high school did you go to?
It's called Fremd.
What is it?
Fremd.
Fremd? Does it stand for something, or is that a name? That's the name of it?
It's William Fremd High School.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
See.
And then after that, you went to college?
I did, yeah.
See.
So I've always considered myself very financially smart. So I decided to go to community college first.
That is smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
Yes. So I actually went to 2 years at a community college, right in Palatine too.
Okay.
It's called Harvard.
Okay.
And then I did like all my research, like to make sure that all my credits were transferred to wherever I wanted to transfer to.
When you did that, was it in high school when you thought about it?
Yeah.
Right. You had everything planned since.
Yes, in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up with a really like tough mom. She was really tough on me. Through like elementary school and high school, I had to do summer school. Like there was no choice.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I had to do summer school.
Yeah.
And I could have graduated high school early, probably by like a semester, because I had all my credits all done.
Yeah.
But I decided to stay, and my senior year, I was actually I was going to college and going to high school at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And I really liked Harper, so I just stayed there.
Yeah. No, I went to summer school every year, but it wasn't because I wanted to, it's because I had to. So what was your first job? Did you have a job in high school or school was your?
Oh yeah, no, I've been working since I was little.
Oh.
So aside from like my parents had like a cleaning company and they still have a cleaning company, like ever since I was 5 years old, I would go, they wouldn't put me to clean. Yeah. But I would be at the work site. I got my first job at 16 and I worked at a martial arts school.
Oh, at the karate school?
Yeah, Taekwondo school.
A Taekwondo school? Mm-hmm. How did you get that job?
So when I started doing kickboxing when I was like 9 years old.
What? Yeah.
My mom would always make me look through the catalogs, the practice room catalogs to like, sign up for classes. And the kickboxing one would always stand out. So I waited until I was like finally old enough to be able to do it. So I did the kickboxing class and I really liked it. Like, oh yeah, you know. So
was it like Muay Thai or just like regular kickboxing?
Just regular kickboxing, yeah. Just fitness kickboxing, nothing fancy.
Okay.
And then at first that was being done through like the practice trick, but then it got changed to the martial arts school. And then at the martial arts school, I just randomly asked. I was like, "Hey, you guys looking for someone?" When I was finally 16, I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." Like, and then so it happened they needed someone to do like all the front desk work. Right. So that job entailed like taking attendance, like vacuuming. When they would have tournaments, I would be the one making the trophies. Oh, really?
You put them together?
Yeah, I would put them together.
Do you think the martial arts helped you out a lot? Like,
oh, for sure. Like mentally, yeah, definitely.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So so while you were working there, did you take classes?
Yes. Yeah. So before I had started working there, I was doing kickboxing and Taekwondo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the instructor
That's a good combination.
Hey. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the instructor was like, "Hey, why don't you try Taekwondo?" And I was like, "All right." And I actually really liked it.
Really?
So,
How far did you get?
So I got to black belt.
You got your black belt?
I got my black belt.
Oh, wow. Did you spar ever? Did you go to the tournaments? Really?
Yeah.
Did you beat anybody up or did you win?
My house got some trophies.
Yeah. What was the hardest fight you had? So it's different, right? The Taekwondo one, because it's less like they give you gear, but it's like foam, right? It's like hard foam.
Yeah. So they give you everything like shin guards, like arm pads, the chest guard, and then the headgear. Taekwondo is mostly legs. So like you really don't get points for punching people, you get points for kicking them. Oh. So my hardest fight, I'm pretty short. Yeah. But I got hit in the head. I got kicked in the head a couple times.
A couple times in one fight? No.
I was like, oh man.
And they didn't knock you out?
They didn't knock me out though. They didn't, I was like 15 at the time, I think.
Oh wow. How was it a boy or a girl?
No, it was a girl.
It was a girl. Yeah. How tall was she? She was way tall. She was tall.
She was tall, but she was in my weight class. So.
And so did you win that fight or?
So I got second place.
You got second place. That's awesome. So how long did you work at the martial arts school?
I worked there for 4 years.
Oh,
so
for 4 years.
Basically from like 16 until I was 20.
Oh, okay. Cool. And the whole time you were going to college, to community college?
Yep. Up until I stopped going to the community college and transferred out and moved out. Yeah. Where
did you transfer to?
I transferred to DePaul.
To DePaul?
Yeah.
How did you like that?
Yeah, it's great. Great experience, yeah.
You lived in the city then?
I did.
Yeah. How was that transition from Palatine to the city?
To the city, you know what? It was actually pretty easy. I don't know why. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I grew up in the suburbs, and I would never come to the city unless it was like to like do like touristy things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think deep down, I have always been like a city girl. Mm-hmm. So, it was easy. It was an easy transition.
Was it?
Yeah. It was the hardest part was learning to be alone, I guess. Like, I had like nobody.
Yeah.
When I moved. Like, I didn't know anybody. I had nobody.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, mentally it was kind of tough at first. Like, oh my God, I have no friends. Like, I don't know anybody.
What neighborhood did you move to?
I lived in Lincoln Park.
Oh, in Lincoln Park. How was it back then?
Good. It was good.
Yeah? Well, it was back. That's not a long time ago. But
no.
Yeah.
10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, but it was still different than it is now, no?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It was not crazier, but it wasn't as touristy, I think, no? Back then, it was a little bit more neighborhood-like.
So. Yeah. Like, I had never heard of Lincoln Park before I moved there, yeah.
No. What job did you have when you left the martial arts and you moved to the city?
So, when I left the martial arts school, so, like, the last year when I was doing at the martial arts school, mm-hmm. I was doing something else that's really cheesy. It's called police exploring. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a police officer.
Yeah.
And so I did it for a long time too, 3 years. So I was working at the martial arts school. I did a bunch of like extracurricular activity in college, even at Harvard. And I was doing the police exploring. And then I also worked at a banquet hall.
Oh, okay.
I did a banquet. I worked at a banquet hall as a banquet server, and then that hall was it was at a golf course.
Mm-hmm. Which golf course was it?
McRae Memorial. It's in Barrington.
Oh, okay.
So I did the beverage cart there too. So the summer before I moved out, I saved like all my money. Like every penny I like worked my ass off for, I saved it. Yeah. So when I moved to the city, I didn't have a job. I was just living off of my savings.
Oh, nice.
So I did that for like the first year I lived in the city. I just lived off of my savings, and then sometimes like I would go back home to do like random jobs like during winter. So after a year, I like ran out of money. Yeah. So I was like, man, I need to find a job. So I've always been really proactive, right? Like if you want something, like you go and you find it and you get it, right?
You get it.
So
same
thing.
Sure. I agree with you.
I would ask around, like, hey, like, you know, where do you work? Like, do you like your job? Like, what's your schedule like? So I started working at a bar in Lincoln Park. And I called this place. I'm like, hey, are you guys hiring? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, come tomorrow. And I'm like, all right. I went the next day.
So you just picked a random bar? Or?
No, my friend, I knew somebody who worked there.
Oh, okay.
And she seemed like she really liked it.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, like I did really well yesterday. And I only worked a day. And that's kind of what I needed because I was going to school full time.
Right.
So I couldn't work like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also doing like extracurricular activities too. So I had a really busy schedule, so it just worked out.
How did you like bartending at first? Did you know anything about bartending when you started?
So I started off as a server.
Oh, okay.
As a server. And even then I had never really served in a restaurant because I did the banquet serving, but it's different, right? Because you're not placing any orders.
Right.
You're just serving people.
Yeah.
So the first couple of times it was so packed. I'm like, oh my God,
it's so overwhelming, right? Yeah.
But somehow I pulled it together and got through. And then I got promoted to a bartender.
Yeah.
And that was really good. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a good experience.
I used to bartend. Honestly, to me, that was one of the funnest jobs I've ever had. Like,
oh, for sure.
Just in general, the people you meet,
the experience,
the experiences, and then it's your bartend. Like you're in the middle of the party all night.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, what was your favorite drink or cocktail to make?
Oh.
Or what was your specialty?
My specialty?
Yeah.
Well, I worked at an Irish pub, so it's pretty much all whiskey. But I do like making martinis.
Martinis?
My favorite martini is a lemon drop.
The lemon drop? Mm-hmm. All right. Any secrets to your lemon drop that you could give us?
Just make sure it's really cold.
That is cold?
That is cold.
Nice. And do you think that, so going back, I wanted to ask you, when you used to work with your parents, were your parents like bilingual? Did they know English well, or did you help them out a lot when you were growing up?
So my mom definitely took like English classes, but I still had to help them out with like, everything. You know, the typical like, hey, Mija, do this for me. Mija, write this. Show me how to write this.
How would they get their contracts for like back then?
So my parents both, they're also really, really, really hardworking. They were working at a restaurant.
Okay.
And they were so hardworking. Somehow that ended with them getting cleaning jobs because the owners of the restaurant, man, and I can't even remember the name of the restaurant anymore. It's no longer
in business.
But I was in Barrington. The owners of that restaurant had a lot of businesses, and my parents started doing contracting jobs for them.
Oh wow!
On the side.
That's crazy. And so, how they're still doing it now? Is it just them two, or do they have?
Oh, they have other people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's just my dad now.
See, cool. So then, after bartending, what job did you have next?
So I did bartending for about 3 years, and up until I graduated college.
All right.
And when I graduated college, I took probably like 6 months out after graduating, not really looking for a job. I was really happy just bartending and just enjoying life.
Yeah.
Right. So after I did bartending, I went into the mortgage industry.
Oh wow.
Yes. So, I told you, like, my dad has this cleaning company, right?
Right.
So, he got more contracts with other businesses. So, aside from, the first one. So, one of his clients was a mortgage company. And in the summers, I would go and help him clean. So, I would, like, take out the garbage and, like, vacuum. And so it so happened that they asked my dad one time, like, hey, is Lidia looking for a job? We're looking for someone. It's just, starting in the mortgage industry, but it came with, like, benefits and a salary and opportunity to move forward. So I so happened to be home when they asked him, and my dad calls me, and he's like, hey, mija, ando buscando a alguien.
Yeah.
Do you want to come check it out? And I'm like, pues ya estoy aquí. So I went to the mortgage company. I sat down, we talked and reconnected, and they offered me the position right away. It was for a loan opener. So the loan opener is the one who orders everything, like the appraisals, the income tax returns, verifications of employment, orders the case numbers for like FHA, basically starts the file for the processor.
Right.
So I did that for a couple of months, and then it was in, I think, 2011. Yeah, around 2010 or 2011. And they were getting really busy because it was picking up. The rates were really low. People were refinancing.
Right.
And so they needed more processors to help them like push the loans to underwriting. So in our team meeting one time, they're like, yeah, we're looking for processors, but we haven't found anybody. And I'm like, dude, why don't you just teach me how to do it?
Yeah.
And then I was given the opportunity to be a loan processor.
Oh, wow.
So I processed loans for like 2 years.
Okay.
So I processed loans for 2 years, but always, kind of learn like how the loan officers worked and how to put a file together and, how to move forward. And I'm like, man, I could do that. I could do what the loan officers are doing.
Right.
So at that time, I got pregnant with my son, Robert.
Okay.
And so I had like a kind of like a difficult pregnancy. I had to be on bed rest, so I was out for some time. When I came back, they're like, hey, do you want to be a processor or do you want to be a loan officer? And I'm like, well, I want to be a loan officer.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I always thought like they would give me like a sheet of leads.
Oh, like here you go.
Like here, just call these people and ask if they want a mortgage. But that's not what happened.
Well, because what year was it when?
I think it was like 2013.
Yeah. So at that time the market was still.
Yeah, it was still
picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember before when I used to work in insurance, when the market was at like its peak, like you would literally. So I used to do insurance for a lot of mortgage lenders or whatever, and like there was literally like a revolving door. They would have just like leads or people would just call in. Yeah, it was just like that. So it changed a lot from then. But no, so how did you start getting business, or what did you start doing?
Calling my sphere of influence. I'm like, hey, I just got a license. Let me some leads.
Yeah. Who was it back then? Like,
it was Eddie.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Eddie Garcia?
Eddie Garcia.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was like, Eddie, I just got a license.
What did he say? He said, I got you.
He's like, congratulations. I'm like, So, he gave me a good opportunity.
Yeah. You want some more?
Sure.
Tirar. So then after that, do you think, what did you study when you went to college? That's what I was going to ask you.
I studied political science.
Really?
International studies.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what was your goal when you went to college? Right? What were you thinking of doing after college? Like,
so I had a couple of goals. It was to like volunteer abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who are like less fortunate, like through like the Peace Corps or something else, then come back and be a police officer.
Oh, you wanted to be you still wanted to be a police officer?
Yeah, I still wanted to be a police officer.
Were you still practicing martial arts?
I practiced martial arts on a regular basis until I was 21 years old.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you want to be a cop?
What?
Where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere? You just wanted to be a cop? Why did you want to be a cop? Like, accuracy.
One of my biggest passions is helping people.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever, like, if there's an opportunity for me to help somebody, I will do it.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, if there's someone on the street and they're like, hey, we don't know, like, if they don't know how to speak English and they need help, like, translating, like, I'll help them out.
Right. Yeah.
And just, like, public safety is really important to me. And so I really wanted to be a police officer. And I wanted to be a police officer for a really long time.
Really?
Really long time. Until somebody told me something and it kind of sat with me. And I'm like, oh, man, it's kind of gonna...
What did they tell you?
They told me that sometimes when you're a police officer, you deal with people on their worst day. And you may affect them for the rest of their lives just off of that one day.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that really hit me. Like, man, that's kind of true. Like, it's true. What if someone had a bad day and they, made a wrong choice? And
that is really powerful. I never thought of that like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that was very powerful. So yeah, what if it was just that one time they had a bad day and you booked them, and now the rest of their lives is, down the drain or something. You're a good person. Yeah. I don't know, but that really sat with me. And I'm like, man, I could be a police officer.
I never thought of it like that.
Essentially, that like it's part of my core, right? Like my one of my core things is like helping people. So how am I gonna
help them if you're
if I'm booking them?
Oh wow. But, how old were you, or when did you realize that, or when did they tell you that?
So I realized that at 21.
At 21?
Yeah, at 21, yeah. Right, almost when I was going to graduate college, I kind of realized that. And that's why I was kind of lost, too, and that's why I took time off, and that's why I was really, I even told God, I'm like, God, please, like, lead me in the right direction. Like, I'm kind of lost, and that's why I'm thankful for the mortgage industry, because it kind of, it was like an answered prayer.
Right. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So then, what was the first company you worked for? Mortgage company.
Mortgage company?
Yeah.
Platinum Home Mortgage.
Platinum.
In Rolling Meadows.
Oh, okay.
The first 2 years I worked there, I lived in the city.
Oh, okay.
So I had a crazy commute from Lincoln Park to Rolling Meadows every day.
How long was that commute?
I would get up really early in the mornings to get there. So I would get up at like 5:30 in the morning, just so I would beat traffic. And I would go to my parents' house because my parents' house was really close to the mortgage company.
Oh, okay.
So I would go and like sleep there and get ready there and then go to work. And then, but the drive back home was terrible. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was awful. It's funny because the mortgage company was like, man, we really like you. Are you sure you can handle the commute? Because we know you live in the city. But I'm the type of person that's like, of course. Like, like if I have somewhere to be and I commit to it, I'm going to come.
Right.
So
then after Platinum, where did you work?
I worked at Neighborhood Loans.
At Neighborhood Loans? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How did you get the job there? Did you just transfer or?
Just career, like a move. Sometimes it's a move. It's always good to keep your options open and see the different opportunities out there. So I felt like the products that they offered were better than the products I had at Platinum.
Do you think from the first job you had, do you think that helped you out? Like, so the first jobs that you had when you were young, Lydia, do you think those helped you out with the mortgages?
Mortgage company? Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like staying organized and on top of it, and
Yeah. What about like bartending in restaurants and all that other stuff?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so the mortgage industry is like a people business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talk to people all day, every day.
Right.
Especially as loan officers, like we talk to just everybody, right? Attorneys, realtors, title companies. So bartending was really helpful because it taught me to speak differently to people depending on what their personality is like. Yeah. And just like random conversations too. And that's something before I really wasn't able to do.
No. Yeah.
But I learned how to do it through my bartending experience.
That's awesome. And then, so your dream job was, I was going to ask you, but your dream job was to be a captain.
It was,
Yeah. And then
it was. Nobody ever dreams of being a loan officer.
That's for real. Like, that's the same thing with insurance. Nobody dreams of being an insurance agent.
Nobody dreams it.
Well, maybe. I said maybe. I don't know. There might be people out there.
Nobody dreams of being a loan officer, but it's been a tremendous opportunity.
Yeah. And what would Lydia today tell Lydia back then? Working at the karate school.
At the karate school?
Yeah. What advice?
Started in the mortgage industry.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think the longer you do something, the better you get at it, like in regards to like the mortgages and everything?
Definitely. With mortgages, it's a process, right? So you go from 1, 2, 3, and you keep moving forward. But a lot of it is essentially the same. It's different, but the same.
Right.
So it's different problems, different scenarios, but it's the same process that you have to, the same documents that you need and to move forward. So
how long do you think the longer you get, or how long did it take you to get your like constant business where you're always busy?
Oh, probably after the first year.
After the first year?
Yeah.
And then that was it?
First year is the hardest. It's so hard because I had a newborn and I was trying to hustle.
Oh, wow.
Because I went from having a salary to having nothing. And that was hard. But I've always persevered and just pushed through it.
What advice would you give for people that like, they want to be in like the mortgage industry, or like younger people or just people in general?
Okay. If you want to be in the mortgage industry and you don't currently work for like a bank or anything, I would suggest starting at the bottom, because it will make becoming a loan officer so much easier. You'll understand the process already. It's just a matter of trying to get clients. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies?
Yeah.
So I really like listening to music. So I have I always tell people I have like a crazy likes in music because I literally like everything. And I think it comes down to my dad is from Zacatecas, my mom is de la Ciudad de Mexico. Completely different types of music they listen to, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I listen to everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Me gusta el tamborazo y la cumbia.
Yeah.
So I like listening to music. Right now, just recently, the last 2 months, I've gotten back into starting to work out. I joined a boxing gym, so I've been doing some boxing. some HIIT workouts or like high intensity workouts. So kind of starting on that, and then most importantly, just spending time with my children.
Yeah. When you joined the boxing gym 2 months ago, could they notice that you had already boxed before, or did they say anything? Or
no, I don't think so. No.
I just curious
saying anything. Well, boxing is different because it's all like arms. So maybe if I showed them my kicks.
Oh, maybe
like,
yeah.
No.
Can you still do the kicks like you used to do before? Or?
So now I'm like building my muscles in my legs more. So I'm starting to, because I'll do it at home. I'll be like, hey, hold these pads. So, like, and definitely like I'm starting to get my speed up. So
really, so you're gonna be ready to spar again?
Yeah. So my goal is to go back into Taekwondo because it was a really good thing. It's like it's a good mental and physical thing because it just helps you like. You always have a goal, right? Okay, what's your goal? Belt. So you're always building goals, right? Okay, what am I gonna do to go from my white belt to my yellow belt? Oh, I gotta learn these skills, right?
Right.
So those are really good lifelong lessons and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my goal. Now, what do I have to do to get here, right? And then you just keep building on your goals and building on your goals. So I think that's a really good example for my son.
Yeah.
So so I want to do it with him.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it builds structure, and
I
think a lot of times, especially like I never took Taekwondo. I took Hapkido, which is like the other, like the adult version of it.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's Hapkido is.
It's Brazilian, right?
No, it's like
it's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's jiu-jitsu. It's Hapkido.
It's like self-defense.
Hapkido's it's basically it's Taekwondo, but with self-defense like put into it.
Yeah.
With like different like throws and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, at first they're teaching you stuff and you have no idea. You're like, how's this even gonna work?
Yeah.
And then they put it all together and you're like, oh, now everything makes sense. Yeah. So do you travel a lot, or I know to the kids?
I like to travel too.
Do you?
So I'm very much in tune with my Mexican culture, and I think Mexico is so beautiful, and there's like all these different types of cultures within Mexico.
Yeah, for sure.
So right now I'm focusing on just traveling Mexico, and I'm really into like the archaeological sites in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And like learning about like the culture, and so right now I think with probably the next 10 years I'm just going to travel within Mexico.
Well, how old were you the first time you went to Mexico?
I was 9.
9? Did you go to Zacatecas or Mexico City?
La Ciudad de Mexico.
How was that?
I was mind blown.
Yeah.
I was like, Mama, look, mira un perro. Otro perro. Mira otro perro. Yeah, it was amazing.
Really? I've never been to... I've always wanted to go to Mexico City. I go to Mexico a lot, but I've never been to Mexico City. That's one for sure.
You have to go.
Yeah.
There's everything. It's there's so much culture there, with just like everything in los micros, el Zócalo. You can see the old, even within Mexico City, there's archaeological sites, and you can see ruins.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like within this ginormous city.
Well, yeah, because it's built on it, right?
Yeah, it's built on top of ruins, and you can literally see it. There's cathedrals that are built on top of the pyramids, and there's places like in El Zócalo. There's a big cathedral. They have little glass floors, and you could see the pyramid steps down. Yes.
No way.
Yeah. And so that's really cool. And then there's also the archaeological site too. Ay, no me acuerdo cómo se llama. But it's right near El Zócalo.
Really?
Too. Yeah, and there's like ruins. It's like ruins.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's so awesome.
No,
and then
I really want to.
Huh?
And then what happened?
And then you gotta go see the pyramids in Teotihuacan.
Yeah, how far out is that from the city itself?
So Teotihuacan is really close to like where the airport is.
Okay.
So from the airport, I want to say Teotihuacan is like 30 minutes, so it's probably like an hour from Mexico City.
Oh, okay.
From el centro.
Where's those the gondolas, or what are those? Like the river?
I know what you're talking about.
That I want to go there for sure. Yeah, for sure. I want to go there too.
Yeah. So yeah, there's everything. There's the Castillo de Chapultepec, La Feria de Chapultepec, And the Castillo has a lot of like history too, from like the Mexican Revolution and all that, Los Niños Héroes and all that cool stuff.
So, food wise, how was Mexico City?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
What do you what's your go-to when you go there?
I don't have like a particular place that I could remember. Some of the most delicious flautas I've had though.
Really? Mexico City?
Yes.
Really?
I was like, oh, these are what real flautas look like.
What's the difference? Like what's the some of flauta? I love flautas.
Son like flautas de verdad, right? So here, like the flautas son chiquitas, right? Just regular tortillas.
Right.
Allá son tortillas grandes. So they're like literally a flute.
Oh wow.
And then with like crema.
Oh.
So they're really
What do they put inside? Chicken or like here?
Chicken, yeah, chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, carne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was what I liked the most. Their tacos was really good, but one time I got really sick, so I try to stay away from the street food.
Because they say the tacos de pastor are the best.
That's what I heard.
You've never had them?
No, I've never had them.
No. Oh.
But I think I'm gonna finally get over and try them.
Really?
The next time I go to Mexico City. I was just saying today, I think I want to go to Mexico City for my birthday in February.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, and then it's nice. It's nice and warm. How's the weather there? Like, is it year round? Is it hot? Is it humid?
Yeah, it's colder.
Does it get cold?
Yeah.
They're at a higher altitude than we are. No, let's see.
I didn't say.
No, I don't know. That was a random question.
I'm not sure.
Lydia, thank you for stopping by, sharing all your stories.
Thank you.
It was cool to know that you're a black belt. So, if I'm ever out and I get in trouble, I'm gonna
hey, someone to pick something up. Good with my heels.
Done. All right, well, thank you.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.